Hey everyone, welcome back to Live 3030, or if you're here for the first time, thank you for joining us. Now this is a video called You Must Agree with Donna Adelson About This Pre-Trial Motion. Now this video is based on Judy, just watching Judy's from AA Legal Focuses on her latest, at the time of me recording this. This was the latest one that she had, and what it is, it's Donna Adelson's motion to dismiss indictment. Now, Judy does a brilliant dramatic comedic reading. I always love watching her stuff. If you haven't seen it yet, I would stop right now and go and watch her video. Now, I'm going to be linking it at the end of the video in case you want to finish watching this first of all. But yeah, go and watch her video. It's absolutely brilliant. And you'll get a better understanding about what I'm talking about here. Now, within that video, or within the indictment or the motion, I'm not legal, so I don't understand all this sort of stuff. But Daniel Rashbaum says that it's unfair. It's unfair the amount of time that has passed between the murder of Dan Markel and when Donna was arrested to prepare for her trial. So I had a look at it on the Time and Date website, and it says that between the murder and until she was arrested, from Friday the 18th of July 2014 till Monday the 13th of November 2023, was 3,405 days, 9 years, 3 months, 26 days, or 111 months and 26 days. Now, I just created this. I did it on the spreadsheet. This is a visual representation, so you can sort of see, over there on the left is the date of the murder, and over there on the right is the date of her arrest. So what she is saying is that because of the time, and I guess it's like maybe over 7 years where you normally keep records, that she can't get her SunPass toll passes to prove that she didn't stop at Charlie's place and that she was already on the road. And she can't get her phone bills to prove that the pattern of conversations between her and Charlie, her and Wendy, her and whoever, beforehand. But I feel that like Donna would be someone who would keep her records and keep them well and keep them for a long period of time. I mean, they were able to get her 2014 diary or planner that had everything in it. So I just kind of feel that whether it's like attached to emails or the actual physical copies, I think that she would have them. Excuse me there. Yeah, I was able to get my ones. So I actually, down on the right hand, none of these things, by the way, are any of mine, but except for the right hand side, on Friday the 18th of July, I actually headed about 2.5 hours up the coast to Newcastle, which would have been for work. And yeah, so I know that I used tolls that day, and I was able to find my toll statement from 2014, and it tells me exactly, what time I went through the toll to head up to Newcastle and exactly what time I returned that day, and again going through the toll. But she says it's unfair. And is it unfair? Well, let's break it down a little bit. So she says that she doesn't have there's the time between the murder of Dan Markel and the time and for her arrest to be able to collect all that information. But let's look at it this way. There was a lot less time between the murder and the arrest of Sigfredo. Now, I'd be a little bit worried, and we know that Charlie was worried the day that this happened, and I'm sure the family were talking. Now, there was also a lot less time between the murder and Catherine McBanoa's arrest as well. Now, there was a little bit more time between the murder and Charlie's arrest. However, there was a lot less time when Sigfredo was sentenced. And there was a lot less time when Catherine was sentenced after her second one. And a lot of the information that was brought out within these trials easily pointed towards the family. Now, even if we go back to this date here, so this was in 2022, this is in January, when this was before the trial, the second trial of Catherine Magbanua, where the whole family, these 4 members of the family, were named as co-conspirators, and that includes Wendy. Now, there was a short amount of time between the murder and what is known as the bump. Now, start gathering your information. Start gathering the things that you're going to be, because you remember there's a lot of phone calls that Fancy Fiction has published that where they claim, oh, it could be the police and everything like that. Wouldn't you want to start collecting your information there to prove, oh, that wasn't us, to prove that, look, we were, at this time and date and everything like that. But see, they're only worried about this sort of stuff now because this is the poor sort of excuse that we can put forward to try and, pretend that she's in any way not guilty of this. And see, even that we've got a short period of time between, and this is well before the co-conspirator one, many, many years, but the family, and that's all 4 members, released through their lawyers, and this is including Wendy, they released the letter where they talk about the family being involved with this is just fanciful fiction, which is where Fancy Fiction, got her name from, as she's said many, many times. So is it unfair? Well, there is an element of unfairness in the time that it took between the murder and her arrest. I'll totally agree with Daniel Rashbaum and totally agree with Donna Adelson about that. Because, it doesn't matter which meme of the waiting you want to use, because, we've waited a long time for Donna to be arrested. We waited a really long time. And it's really unfair on the likes of the Justice for Dan people, all the YouTubers, my fellow YouTubers who have been following this case for a long period of time, and even the new ones that come on board each day, and you, the watchers of this, and the people who actually care. It is unfair on those people, and it's unfair on the Markels. It is unfair that it has dragged on this long. I don't know why it drags on so long, but it has. But it's really unfair for the, still the star of this show, the guy who, look, I've got a video that I'm going to be releasing soon about Dan Markel a little bit more in depth, but nothing personal per se, but just, it's just something that I've wanted to get off my chest for a while, and I'll be working on that, and I'll send that through. I'll be posting that through shortly. Now, I just had a look, sometimes the wheels of justice grind slowly. It's something, there's many people have posted it to the internet. It's possibly unknown who says it. There's Terry Waite has been thrown and Sun Tzu has been thrown around, but I don't know who said it. But look, we just wish that sometimes it'd go faster. So yeah, it is kind of unfair, I guess you could say, Daniel. I guess, Donna, you could say that it is unfair that it has taken this long. But, your day will come. It's not long now. What is it? It's almost a month until the jury selection. And, you won't have to worry about all this sort of stuff. None of this bullshit anymore, Donna. You're going to find that we know you're guilty. You're guilty. And if there is anything unfair about this and the length of time that it took between the murder and your arrest, and yes, I'm going to talk to you, Donna. I know you're not going to be able to see this, but I know there are, fans of the Adelsons out there listening to this, but, your day will come, and, it doesn't matter how long it takes. You're guilty. Guilty. So, look, I want to keep this under 10 minutes. according to this, it's like just on 10 minutes now. So I'm going to say bye, and I'll have some more videos out shortly, some more humorous ones rather than this bullshit that we have to worry about. Yeah. Talk to you again soon. Like and subscribe. See you guys.